Hi, everybody. I'm back with another math app for you to use with students to create visual models of a topic that you're working on. Again, if you haven't watched any of the movies that I've done, little videos I've done about this before, these are from the mathlearningcenter.org. You'll see their address up here in this bar. If you just go to mathlearningcenter.org, they will come to a place where it says math apps. If you click on math apps, you will get to this page. And here, there are a bunch of different math apps. I've already done a video on fractions, the Geoboard, and the math clock. And today I'm going to be focusing on money pieces. Now, if you click on money pieces, it's going to bring you to an info page. It will look like this. So you don't want to, and you can read about it beforehand before using it. But if you just want to launch the application right away, then make sure you go to Open Web App down below, and that will bring you right to it. I'm going to slide my screen cast over so that you can see all of the board that's here. Okay, so one of the things that's really fun about this application with money is that it gives kids a real visual, concrete model of how much the coins are worth. So down here, you'll see that there are two buttons. If I click this button with nothing behind it, it just shows you can notice the coins have their coins, their dollar amounts that shows that the dollar is worth 100 cents. It doesn't name it as a dollar, it names it as 100 cents because this is focused on how much the coins are worth. Also, though, if you click down here, what happens is you'll notice all of a sudden all of these little pictures show up behind the coins. And that is so students really get an understanding of how much each of the coins are worth in comparison to each other. So let's go back to, I'm just going to pull one of each coin out so that you can see. I'll start with, we've got 50 cents, 25 cents, dime, nickel, and a penny. And then I'm also going to pull out the dollar, which they refer to as 100 cents down here. So right now they don't have anything behind them. But if I click that button down below that I showed you, instantly they change so that they have pictures behind them. So you can see that this picture right here of our dollar or our 100 cent has a 10 by 10 grid behind it. So there are 100 squares behind it to show that that's worth $1. This 50-cent piece over here, or half dollar, you can see that it fills up half the amount of the dollar. So half of 100 is 50. So kids can say, okay, that's what that is worth compared to $1. A quarter, which it often, students know that word. They know what the name quarter, but the idea that a quarter is actually a fourth of $1, if you start playing around with this, and I'm just pulling up some more quarters here, you can see that if I take 4 quarters, I can actually line them up to cover the dollar, which if students have learned about fractions at all and fourths, and they've referred to fourths as quarters, they start to get a visual picture of, okay, there are 4 quarters in $1 because 4 quarters add up to the same amount visually as was in this dollar over here. Same thing you can do with dimes. You can see that a dime is worth 10, so it would take 10 of those to equal the 100 cents or the dollar on there. So that's a real strong visual tool, because when we tell a student that a dime is worth 10 cents or a nickel is worth 5 cents, that's a very abstract concept for them to understand. So these pictures will kind of help get them the idea of how much the coins are worth in relation to each other. So they can say, oh, look, a penny is really not worth all that much compared to all the other ones, where like a penny compared to 25 cents, it's got a lot less of a value. So that's what those pictures are fun for. I'm going to get rid of those backgrounds again, so we go just to the coins. This application also has the ability to change them from heads to tails. So if I click on my 50-cent piece and I click this down below, whoops, I can exchange it. So that's, I'm sorry, I didn't click the right thing, but I can exchange it for something else. So I've clicked pennies, so I'm going to exchange it. Oh, look at that. My 50-cent piece all of a sudden turns into pennies. I can change it back to quarters, and they can see how much that is worth. So that's a fun tool to be able to play around. What I thought I was clicking on by accident is if I go here and I click on this icon down below, it's going to flip my coin so the students get to see the both sides. Now, I would recommend whenever anybody is using this to actually have real money on hand, because even though these have good representations of coins on them, you really want to have the real tactile so that students can be actually touching and looking and comparing to the pictures on the screen. Because it is, again, the more concrete we can make anything in math, the better. You don't want it to be abstract. So have those coins there so you can be pulling them out as they're working at the pictures. Other couple cool things I have here is you have a way that you can cover coins. You can put a question mark over some coins and say, okay, I have 2 coins behind here that are worth 50 cents. What could it be? Have them guess, and then they can click to show what the amount is. All of these down below do the same thing. There's a hand. You can click on it to show what's behind the hand. Both of those hands do the same thing. There's a pocket, so you can pretend, oh, I've got money in the pocket. Oh, I put more money in the pocket, more money. How much money is in the pocket? I think it's $1. Let's look, 100 cents. There's 4 quarters. There it is. So that's how you can use that. And then there's also a bank. So you can think about, oh, I've been putting all this money in the bank. How much money is in there? And then you can click on that to reveal. So those are some fun tools that you can use to play little games. Here, you can look at, this is a duplication tool down here. So if I have a penny and I have it highlighted and I want more pennies, I can just click on that tool. Anything that I want to duplicate, though, would have to be highlighted first. So if I have this $1 and I want to highlight it, duplicate it, that's the way I can do it down there. I already went over this one. This one's heads to tails. Now, if I go back to my tool over here where I put a grid behind them, this tool right here can change the orientation. So let's say I'm talking about this nickel and I just want to change it so it goes horizontally. That's what that button will do there. All the applications on the Math Learning Center have the way for you to do some writing. So if you wanted to write, 10 cents and you're working with decimals, let's say students are familiar with that, plus 30 cents equals 50 cents. Done. That little tool allows you to make an equation so that students can write on here. All of these applications, again, too, have this little toolbar that pops up, and that's for drawing. So if you wanted to circle something, then you can do that. This makes a straight line, and then this will change your colors. And then these two tools are erasers. This eraser will get rid of a little bit, and this one will clear all the drawing on the page. So in a nutshell, that is the application. With all of these applications, if you introduce them to your students, you want to give them time to play around with it. You want them to make discoveries on their own. You want them to show you what they've learned before you try to do anything that you're going to teach them something or review something. You want to give them the playtime first. That's super, super important with all of these. So I hope this has been helpful. I'm going to be having this, this will be posted on my Facebook page. You're always able to reach out to me by messaging me about anything if you have any questions. And I hope you enjoy using this app. I think it's a really strong visual tool for students.